Hello, Knowledge 12, Fighting for a Cause. Lesson 9, Celebrating Those Who Fought for a Cause. Let's learn. What are our learning goals? I can summarize the achievements of Susan B. Anthony, Eleanor Roosevelt, Mary McLeod Bethune, Jackie Robinson, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., and Cesar Chavez. I can tell from the facts given by the author that these were extraordinary people who fought about new, fair laws. I can demonstrate an understanding of the word obstacles. I can revise, edit, and publish a free verse poem. Let's go over some vocabulary words. These are new vocabulary words that you will hear in today's read aloud. Let's decide on some hand gestures. Democratic. Democratic is an adjective. Is relating to a form of government that includes giving people the right to vote for their leaders. Example, the United States has a democratic government. Democratic is an adjective describing government, which would be a noun. So think about a hand gesture you would make for Democrat, democratic. Maybe a thumbs up for the right to vote. The next word is dignity. Dignity is a noun. Dignity is a sense of respect and honor. Example, we should treat each other with dignity and respect. So dignity might be a fist bump. Disabilities. Disabilities is a noun. That's physical or mental conditions that, without the right support, might limit someone in some way. Example, Juanita's disabilities never prevented her from having a successful and rewarding career. So, what might be something disability? Maybe pretend you're rolling in a wheelchair. Someone who has to use a wheelchair would have a disability. Obstacles. Obstacles is a noun. It's people or things that stand in the way of forward movement or that hold up progress. So maybe for an obstacle, you can cross your arms and hold them out like an X, representing an obstacle because you can't go through. Example, there are some obstacles to harvesting crops, such as heavy rains or big storms. Those means that big storms and heavy rain are blocking the people from harvesting the crops, which means picking them. Your last word is taxes. Taxes is a noun. Taxes is money raised by governments to help pay for important things. So, example, the colonists protested against the unfair taxes that were imposed by the British Parliament. So, for the taxes, we might want to rub our fingers together with our thumb like money. Let's explore. What have we already learned? If the statement I read is correct, you're going to do a thumbs up. If the statement I read is not correct, you're going to give a thumbs down. Let's see. Susan B. Anthony opened a school for African American girls. If you put a thumbs down, you are correct. Susan B. Anthony fought for abolition of slavery and for women's rights to vote. And that's Susan B. Anthony. All right, next person. Eleanor Roosevelt helped write a document that said everyone should be given certain human rights. That is correct. Eleanor Roosevelt did stand up for human rights, and she was also the first lady. Mary McLeod Bethune opened a school, a hospital, and a library. That is correct. She opened an African American school for girls first, and she also opened a hospital and a library. Jackie Robinson helped farm workers in California. That is incorrect. So you should have did a thumbs down. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in professional sports. Rosa Parks started a school for African American girls. No, she did not. That was Mary McLeod Bethune. So your thumb should be down. Rosa Parks helped to end discrimination on buses. Remember, discrimination is when you treat someone unfairly because of their race, religion, color of their skin. Martin Luther King Jr. is considered the leader of the civil rights movement. Thumbs up is correct. He led the civil rights movement. Cesar Chavez worked for human rights for migrant workers. And that last one is a thumbs up. That is correct. The workers were having unfair treatment, and he worked for human rights to give them better working conditions. Although all of these individuals helped improve the world in different ways, the way they fought for civil and human rights was similar. In what way was it similar? So think about what ways did all of them fight that was the same, similar. Well, if you thought about all of them using non-violent methods to fight for fairness, you are correct. So all of these people fought. When we think of the word fought, we think fighting physically with our fists, but these people did not do that. They fought non-violently using protests, sit-ins, and things like that, boycotts, to fight for civil rights. All right, let's read about celebrating those who fought for civil rights. Why are we reading this text? Well, you're going to read or listen carefully to learn why the author says these were extraordinary people who fought about new, fair laws. So my video will end. You'll go to the next video to see why these people were extraordinary who were fighting for a cause and why do we celebrate them.